My name is Eric McEwen. I am a pastor. I'm at East Main Presbyterian Church. Well, my addiction started well before I ever used drugs. When I look back in retrospect when I was young, growing up without a father, growing up with my grandparents, I always felt different than the other kids that were around me. So I look back and I see that from a very early age, I didn't feel like I was good enough. And I see myself trying to find identity in different things, whether it be video games or sports or going out late at night trying to be rebellious, things that I tried to do to make myself feel like I was somebody, because deep down inside I didn't feel like I was anybody. The first time I ever used drugs or alcohol, I was probably already to the point where I was really ready to do it, and it was very easy for me to do it because I was always looking to escape my reality. And so when I was in middle school, a friend of mine had some alcohol and some marijuana, and from there my journey began. It progressed pretty slow at first, and as the years went by, when I was about 16, I started drinking more on the weekends, and I noticed that I wasn't a normal drinker because I thought about it all the time. I drank on the weekends, I party with my friends, but that's all I would think about during the week. I just wanted to drink. And so it continued to progress in high school all the way up until the time I was 18 years old. I would find myself in and out of jail for minor consumption of alcohol, possession of marijuana, and it continued to progress throughout my adult life. So in terms of relationships, it destroyed relationships with girlfriends, it destroyed relationships with parents, it destroyed relationships with friends, because I was to a point in my addiction where I didn't care about them. I cared about myself and getting what I wanted, and that was more drugs. If you are thinking about trying drugs, you're playing Russian roulette with your life. It's going to take you on a journey that you do not want to go on. That journey leads to jail, it leads to institutions, and it leads to death. And I've seen it multiple times. I have so many different friends from my past that are dead, from overdoses, from DUIs, murder. You're going to possibly go down a path that you do not want to go down. And if you find yourself in that grip where you are using drugs, there are all types of different help out there. People do want to help. People like pastors, people like addiction therapists, and there is help out there to get off drugs. But one thing I can guarantee is the longer you continue to be on drugs, the harder it's going to be to get off of drugs. So my advice, number one, don't do it. But number two, if you are doing it, please reach out to somebody and get help and get off of them, because nothing good will ever come out of using drugs, ever. I've never seen it yet.